Hey, welcome in. If your plant's looking lanky, leggy, or just straight up sad, you're not alone. Let's fix that today. Mute yourself if you need. We're about to dive in. Everywhere you scroll, bushy plants. They're overflowing off shelves, trailing down gallery walls, spilling from minimalist planters onto concrete floors. It's the 2026 look, not tall, not vining, but full. Compact, alive. Across the plant world, these three styles are everywhere. One of them might already be in your home. But how it grows, that's where things change. You buy the plant. You follow the light rules. You water when it's dry, but just grows up, not out. Or worse, it stalls. One stem, one direction, one disappointment. Most people think it's just luck, or genetics, or that the person on Pinterest just has a magic green thumb. Nah, that's not it. There's a reason why some plants thrive and others stall out. A method, a rhythm, a system. I'm going to show you exactly how to get your plant bushy, full, and healthy, no matter what level you're at. And I'm not talking guesses or hacks. I'm talking proven horticultural techniques our team uses every week for homes, offices, and design installs all over New York. Also, if you need gear, shears, rooting gel, grow lights, the Tool Hub is loaded with the exact tools we use in the field and in our studio. So why do some plants grow full and dense, while yours looks like a sad stick? Let's start with what the plant's actually doing beneath the surface. Internodes are the spaces between leaf nodes, and they tell you everything about how your plant is responding to its environment. Short internodes? That's a plant receiving just the right amount of light. Long internodes? That's your plant saying, I'm reaching for more. Compact growth happens when your light source matches your plant's needs. Poor light, even from the wrong angle, can stretch a plant, spacing the leaves too far apart. And that's why so many new growers end up with tall, thin, fragile stems. Every leaf you see is part of rhythm. It's the rhythm between the roots and the light. When a plant gets the signal it has what it needs, the internodes stay tight. That's what gives you that full, bushy look. And when it doesn't, it stretches, gets weak, and spends more energy reaching than growing. Most plants follow a rule called apical dominance. That means the main growing tip, the apex, tells the rest of the plant, hold off, I've got this. That's great for vertical growth, but terrible for fullness. Unless you intervene. When you prune above a node, you disrupt that dominance. That's when side shoots activate. That's when bushy growth begins. Plants don't just lean, they reach. That's called phototropism. Light triggers hormones inside the plant, specifically auxins, which redistribute to help the plant turn and stretch toward brightness. Low light causes uneven growth. High light, especially from above, creates symmetry. That's your friend when you're going for fullness. Roots fuel everything. And when roots are weak, the top can't thrive. The bushiest plants have a strong root-to-shoot signal. That means well-oxygenated soil, balanced moisture, and the right minerals in the mix. Let's be real. Not every plant is meant to be bushy. Some species are climbers. Some are trailers. Some want to sprawl, not stack. The mistake happens when you treat a trailing plant like it's a shrub. No matter how much you feed it, it's never going to bulk up the way you want. That's why understanding your plant's DNA is crucial. Spider plant, common known for its air-purifying qualities. This plant naturally sends out pups, baby offshoots, when slightly root-bound. Bushy by nature, but only if you let it reach that point. Philodendrons soderoi. Semi-rare, this silver-veined beauty has potential for density, but only when supported with pruning and vertical guidance. Think moss poles and light direction. Philodendron ring of fire, rare, a collector's dream. But without consistent light and pruning above active nodes, it'll just grow tall and sparse. Treat it right, and it becomes a statement centerpiece. So now you understand how plants grow and what gets in the way. Internode spacing, light quality, apical dominance, root flow, growth type. Let's now talk about what's actually holding your plant back. The 5 mistakes almost everyone makes, and how to spot them early. You're growing in a dark corner. Not enough photons equals long gaps between leaves. Think of light like calories for your plant. No light, no energy, no fullness. Just stretch. Even a north-facing window might not be enough, especially in winter. Low light signals the plant to reach, not fill. Too much soil equals too much moisture equals root stress. The roots get overwhelmed, oxygen drops, and growth slows. Always size up slowly. 1 to 2 inches wider than the current pot is plenty. Roots need support, not space. If you never prune, your plant will just keep pushing up. One stem rules. Apical dominance shuts down branching. And without branching, you never get fullness. It's not harmful, it's strategic. Think of pruning like activating hidden growth zones. Mistake number 4. Wrong expectations. You bought a viner, but expected a bush. Know your plant's intent. Adansonii wants to climb. Pothos wants a trail. You can guide them toward fullness, but not force it. Bushy doesn't mean unnatural. You're partnering with the plant's biology, not trying to override it. Mistake number 5. Nutrient misuse. Too much nitrogen. You'll get giant leaves, no shape. Not enough light. You're just feeding shadows. It's like giving energy drinks to someone who's asleep. All sugar, no output. Compact growth requires restraint. A bushy plant isn't just fed well, it's fed right. We get DMs daily. Why won't mine grow like the reels? The truth is, you're probably doing one of these 5 things, or all 5. It's not your fault. You just didn't have a system. Let's fix it. If there's one thing you change today, let it be this: your plant's light. Light isn't just visual, it's energy. Plants eat light. You want consistent directional light. South or west windows usually give the best daylight exposure. But if your plant is too far inside the room or behind curtains, it's starving. Enter grow lights. Don't guess. Use a light meter. Or, at minimum, watch leaf direction. If they're reaching or yellowing, the light's too weak. Step 2. Pot size audit. Most people think bigger pot equals more space to grow. But that's not how roots work. They want support, structure, and a reason to branch. Too much space equals water retention equals soggy roots. You're not giving your plant a mansion. You're giving a cradle. See that? No air pockets. Just snug fit. And always use chunky, oxygen-rich soil to help roots breathe while staying anchored. Step 3. Strategic pruning. Now, the fun part. Pruning isn't punishment, it's permission. You're telling the plant, hey, grow over here now. Cut just above a node. That cut redirects hormones like auxins to the nearest lateral bud. That's how we get side shoots. Don't be afraid. You're not harming it. You're setting it free to grow fuller. Step 4. Nutrient routine. This is where we balance restraint and consistency. More food isn't better. Targeted food is. For bushy growth, we want balanced NPK like 555 or October 10th. 10 plus micronutrients. Magnesium, calcium, iron seaweed, or kelp extract 2, 3x/month. Optional foliar feeding for fast correction. Never feed a thirsty plant. Always water first, then feed. And in winter, dial it back. Growth slows. You want fullness fast? Prop it. A lot of that lanky growth can become new bushiness if you reset it right. Cut between nodes. Root in water or moss. Once rooted, tuck it back into the base of the mother plant. This is called false fullness, and it works incredibly well for spider plant, pothos, even philodendrons. In 3 weeks, you'll have double the density from your original plant. That's smart growing. It's not magic. It's just method. Bushy plants aren't born, they're built. One light, one cut, one root zone at a time. All of these tools, the ones we actually use at Focus New York and Roots and Roasts, are linked in our tool hub. No fluff, just gear that works. This is the same plant, same genetics, just a different approach. Light, prune, pot, feed, fill. That's the system. You could get these results. It's not a special greenhouse. It's not luck. It's applied knowledge. Now, one thing to remember. Even the best system fails if you don't adjust for the seasons. In winter, growth slows. Light weakens. Feeding pauses. In spring, everything accelerates. So don't prune heavily in winter or repot in mid-fall. Follow the rhythm of the plant world. Your bushy plant thrives on seasonal momentum. Next up, I'll show you how to plan that step by step. If you're in the Northeast US or any temperate zone, your plant follows a natural rhythm. Spring, explosive growth. Summer, steady maintenance. Fall, transition. Winter, rest. You've got to match your care to the season, or you'll end up feeding when the plant's asleep or pruning when it's too vulnerable. Spider plant strategy by season. Winter, bring it closer to light. Supplement if needed. Spring, that's when you trim off runners and promote pups. Summer, keep it steady. Fall, reduce water and cut back lightly if needed. Spider plants want a little neglect, but seasonal adjustment is the secret to repeat growth. Philodendron sodiroid prefers consistency and hates shock. Only prune in mid to late spring. Allow it to fully recover before pushing new growth. In fall, keep humidity steady. Winter, light boost is critical. With rare plants, less is more. Give it just what it needs, nothing extra. Philodendron ring, a fire strategy. Fall, time to flush the root zone and feed once before dormancy. Winter, maximize light. Even consider 12+ hours a day indoors. Avoid pruning. Let hold energy. Spring, light prune and increase nutrition. This plant is slow and stubborn, but once it gets into rhythm, it explodes. Bushy plants need rhythm. Seasonal rhythm, just like we do. You wouldn't start a new workout in the middle of flu season. Same with plants. Match their natural clock. This is one of those things no one tells beginners. Bushy plants aren't just about big cuts. They're about consistent small encouragement. Pinching, literally using your fingers to snip off the soft new tip of a stem, encourages the plant to divert energy to lateral buds. It slows apical dominance and promotes a denser, lower canopy. This is especially key for philodendrons, and pothos, even monstera types benefit when done right. It's like asking the plant, "Can you give me more over here, too?" Here's what we mean. This is the same plant, one left alone, the other pinched once a month for 3 months. See how many new nodes developed? That's what builds the layered fullness you see in plant shops and styled interiors. The philodendron ring of fire had long internodes, a struggling root zone, and no side shoots. We adjusted the light, repotted, and began a slow regimen of pruning and feeding. 6 weeks. That's all it took. Bushy growth isn't luck, it's layered response. Light cuts roots rhythm. Bushy plants come from brave roots. You gotta prune, feed, and risk it. The plant responds when it knows the foundation is strong. Want better leaves? Build better roots. Want fullness? Feed the foundation. Start below the soil line. Don't go it alone. We got a trained green team ready to help you through every step. Text us anytime. We'll walk you through lighting, cuts, even photos of your plant. Think of us as your co-growers. Here's your system. The 5 steps for bushy growth. Step 1. Light optimization, match PPFD to the plant's needs. Step 2. Pot size audit, just 1 to 2 inches up at a time. Step 3. Strategic pruning, cut above a node. Disrupt apical dominance. Step 4. Nutrient routine balance feeding with kelp and micros. Step 5. Fill in via propagation, double your density from what you already have. Simple steps, massive results. Let's lock them in. You don't need more plants. You just need more strategy. Same plants, same roots, just a smarter rhythm. This is what happens when you give your plant what it actually needs, not what looks good online. Grab the Bushy Plant Blueprint. It's free. You deserve better than Google guesses. The concierge gets you unlimited plant check-ins and personal help. $4.99 a month. First 30 days, free. Tag us when your plant fills out IG at focus_New York /TikTok at roots_Andros. Share your story. It helps others grow too. Subscribe. Download. You're not just growing a plant, you're learning how to grow with it. Let it reflect your rhythm. Roots and Roasts is here to support every season of your plant's life and yours.